I hereby relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Take care of her. You gave your word.
Mr. Stalker? Hello, mister? Where are you right now? Do you think we could stop this game?
Huh? Stalker? Where'd you get that? What's with a new attitude all of a sudden?
Just as I thought. As long as I still have Ryuk's notebook, even though I gave up Rem's, all awareness I have of Rem still remains. Rem, the only reason I have to go through all this trouble is because you brought another Death Note to the human world.
Is this really what you want, Light?
Yeah.
Okay. I never thought the Death Note I gave you would end up buried and abandoned.
Listen, Ryuk. For the time being, I'm just hiding it, but it stays mine. Until the next time you hear me say the following words, get rid of it. When I say that, regardless of the context, assume that I want to relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Got it.
Mr. Stalker, this is illegal. You have to stop. Okay, come on, please.
She's been acting like this ever since she regained consciousness.
Seriously? Does she think she can get out of this just by playing dumb?
Okay, how about this? You could at least take off my blindfold, don't you think? It'll be nice to see what you look like.
Matsuda, call Mogi for me.
Huh? Just a second. Here.
Mr. Mogi, when you apprehended Misa Amane, you made it clear that she was a suspect, am I correct?
Yes, like you told me. First, I blindfolded her and covered her mouth. I told her that we knew she was the second Kira. I made sure that she heard me. She didn't struggle when I put the blindfold and handcuffs on her. It was like she'd accepted it.
What if I gave you an autograph or shake your hand? I know! I can give you a kiss on the cheek if you want. Oh, come on, I won't run away, I promise.
We'd already made so much progress with her, I actually thought she'd crack. Why is she suddenly talking about a stalker?
Misa Amane.
Huh? What's that, Mr. Stalker? Are you planning to release me?
Before you passed out, you barely spoke, and you even asked me to kill you. And now you're claiming ignorance?
I don't understand. I mean, you're the one who knocked me out and then brought me here, remember? Wait, I get it. This is some kind of Misa Amane interrogation fantasy, right?
Do you know why I'm detaining you here? You must have some idea.
What do you mean? Because I'm a celebrity, obviously. But you're definitely the first stalker who's ever gone this far, and you're starting to scare me.
Hey, Amane! No one's buying this, so cut it out!
Oh, this is scary. What's going on? I can't stand it anymore. Please let me go. You have to let me go. I need to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom again, okay?
It's only been 4 minutes since you last went to the bathroom. I'm afraid you'll have to hold it.
You have to. It's the only time you'll untie me and let me move. Plus, you'd be able to watch. Isn't that what you want? Isn't it? You pervert!
I'm a pervert? Amane, let's get back to the conversation we were having before you lost consciousness. First of all, do you know who Light Yagami is? And if so, why did you approach him?
Huh? What do you mean? How could I not know my own boyfriend?
She was so tight-lipped about it earlier, and now she's openly admitting he's her boyfriend?
Where is this coming from?
Good timing, it's Light. Please turn the video and audio off.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I understand. We'll be expecting you in room K2801.
Are you saying my son's coming here?
Ryuzaki, like I said over the phone, I could be Kira.
No, Light! What are you talking about? Why would you even say something like that? Why?
There's no real proof that Light Yagami is Kira, so why come here to announce that you could be Kira? It's an act. There's no could be about it. You are Kira. What do you hope to accomplish by this?
Look, Dad. If Ryuzaki is L, then it's safe to say that he's the world's best detective. And right now he seems pretty sure that I'm Kira. We know L's never been wrong before.
What are you saying, Light? Stop this!
What about that FBI agent, Ray Pember? It was me he was investigating immediately before he died. And I was in Aoyama on May 22nd. Also, I'm the first person in the Kanto region that Misa, the alleged second Kira, approached. It's all been me. If I were in L's place, even I would have come to the same conclusion. You see, subconsciously, I might be Kira. If that were the case, I could be him and not even know it.
No, Light.
I see. So you're not conscious of it, huh?
I'm not sure of anything anymore. I'd never kill someone, but unconsciously, who knows what I'm capable of? Another me could be killing people as I sleep.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Not possible? What do you mean?
Well, I never mentioned this to you, but at one point I had hidden surveillance cameras installed in your room for 5 days.
Cameras?
Yes. Every single night, you slept normally. Criminals whose names were broadcast were still dying, even though you would have had no way of knowing about them. But this didn't prove your innocence to me. All it proved was that if you were Kira, no amount of camera surveillance would reveal that fact.
Wouldn't reveal that fact, huh? I don't know, it could be true. I have to admit, I've found myself thinking that some criminals deserve to die. If I can think like Kira, then how can I be sure that I'm not actually him?
Hold on, Light. I feel exactly the same way. I found myself thinking before that some people would be better off dead. But still, that doesn't mean we're gonna go out and kill people. Isn't that right? Besides, criminals were still being killed even while you had no knowledge of them. I mean, the surveillance cameras proved it, didn't they?
Well, no. Because we were short of investigators then, we only watched him while he was at home. Truth is, we weren't able to watch him every hour of the day. It's possible he could have found some way to kill those criminals while he wasn't at home.
This was premeditated. It's no accident you chose to do this now. Well, what if we incarcerate you for a while? Imprison you like we did Amane? If criminals whose names are made public keep dying, then it would lead us to think that you're innocent, right? Is that how you imagined it? Honestly, I don't like the way that this is going at all, but what choice do I have? Let's do it. I need you to fully restrain Light Yagami and place him in solitary confinement.
What? You can't!
You want us to confine him? Seriously?
If we're gonna do this, then it has to happen immediately. From this point on, you can't be allowed to go anywhere where I can't see you.
This is crazy. There's no way my son could be Kira. My son's not capable of...
It's okay, Dad.
Stop this, Light.
Listen, something has to be done about this. As long as I'm having these doubts, I can't work with you to catch Kira. But Ryuzaki, promise me this. Until you can say with absolute certainty that I'm not Kira, you cannot set me free, no matter what I might say or what condition I might be in.
You have my word. Mr. Yagami, can you come up with some sort of excuse for Light's absence? Something to tell your family? And please do it now.
But this is all so sudden. What should I say? And I see no reason why he should be in prison.
Let it go, Dad. If I don't do this, I won't be able to live with myself.
But son, do you really mean that?
Yeah. I believe that by giving up my very freedom, I'll defeat this fear that Kira lurks within me.
Aizawa, please take him away.
Right.
Next, I just have to get rid of the notebook.
So, I guess apples are out of the question.
Ryuzaki, I'd like to request that you take me off this investigation.
Chief, no!
I thought about it, and the fact is that we're holding my son Light as a prime suspect. Given that, it's not appropriate for me to be here. When we spoke earlier, my feelings got in the way. It's impossible for me to be objective in this situation.
I agree with you. We can't let personal feelings get in the way.
And, in truth, if the task force concludes that my son is Kira, I don't know what I'd be capable of.
Yes, I'll agree with you there. To be honest, I wondered what you might do. I believe you'd kill your son and then yourself. I'd also agree that it's best that we don't have you working here for now.
Ryuzaki, I will ask that you confine me as well. At the moment, I'm calm. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
I thought you might say that, so I spoke with Watari. He's made arrangements. But your confinement will be different. You will keep your cell phone turned on and maintain regular contact with family and friends. We won't tell Light about this. If he does call you at some point, he must be made to believe that you're still at headquarters. While you're in confinement, we'll be giving you continuous updates on the investigation so you'll know what's happening. So how does that sound to you?
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Hey, mister, I really want to take a bath. I'm pretty sure you already know where I live, don't you? Could you bring me some clean clothes?
I didn't think this could get any more bizarre.
I feel so sorry for the chief right now.
Ryuzaki, talk to me. What's happening? Have any new criminals been identified? Anyone that Kira would be likely to target? If so, has he killed any of them?
In fact, quite a few criminals' names have been broadcast recently. But since you've been detained, we haven't had one report of a criminal being killed by Kira.
Wait, no one's been killed? Really?
Yes.
I see. So it's only a matter of time before I'm convicted as Kira.
What I wouldn't give for an apple.
What's going on here? I thought the murders would continue even after Light was confined. Instead, they've stopped completely. Light asked to be confined in the first place. If this continues, it'll only strengthen the argument that he is Kira. The only question left will be whether or not he was conscious of being Kira. Does he really think that's gonna work? That he'll be let off the hook if he can just prove he wasn't conscious of being Kira? It's not like Yagami. No, it's not like Kira.
I can't take this anymore. If I don't get an apple soon, I don't know what.
In the end, I just have to get through this, no matter what.
You know what, Mr. Stalker? Your video won't sell if it's just me sitting here the whole time.
Mr. Yagami looks pretty bad. I think he's taking this harder than Light or Misa.
Well, what do you expect? It's been 5 days since Light was put in prison. And look, not a single criminal whose name has been broadcast was killed. In these situations, I think the parents must suffer a lot more than the accused.
No kidding. Especially now that we're seeing proof that Light is Kira.
Mr. Yagami.
What is it? Is it good news? Is it bad news?
No, I wanted to tell you not to worry so much. It doesn't matter how much time you devote to worrying about this. The outcome will be the same. This could go on for quite some time. Perhaps you should rest in a more comfortable place.
Impossible! What makes you think I care where I am? It won't change anything. With the state I'm in now, this is the best place for me. And no matter what the result, when I leave here, it's going to be with my son.
I understand. Light, you've only been here for 1 week, but I'm sure it can't be easy. Are you feeling all right?
Now that I've come this far, I think it's about time. Yeah, I know I must look pretty bad in here, but this useless pride, I suppose I'll have to get rid of it. Huh? Got it. Later. Why am I doing this? I don't belong here. Ryuzaki.
I realized that I was the one pushing for confinement and that I asked you to put me in here, but I just realized something important. This whole thing's completely pointless.
Huh?
Because I'm not Kira.
You have to get me out of here!
I can't do that. I promised you that no matter what you said, I wouldn't let you out until I was convinced that you are not Kira.
Please, El. I wasn't thinking clearly. Do you really think a serial killer like Kira could commit those crimes without being aware of them? If I have no memory of his crimes, I'm not him!
I've never been able to accept this idea that Kira has been acting without self-awareness all this time. But that doesn't change the fact that all the evidence points to you being Kira. Since we imprisoned you, Kira hasn't committed a single murder.
Listen, just hear me out. I swear to you, I'm not lying. You have to believe me. I am not Kira! I must have been framed. That's the only explanation for this.
What's wrong with you, Light Yagami? What you're saying is completely absurd, but for some reason, it feels believable to me.
You have to let me out! We're wasting time!
We can't let you out yet.
Damn! Why is this happening?
What the hell is going on? This isn't like Light at all. He's contradicting himself. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, we can't release him now that the murders have stopped. It doesn't matter what he says. I mean, even I know that much.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says. As far as I'm concerned, we have all the proof we need. Light Yagami is Kira, and that's the end of it.
What's going on? I just heard 2 weeks worth of criminals were just murdered all at once. It happened yesterday.
Yeah, Kira is back.
So did you guys already tell the chief?
No, not yet.
Guess what, Chief? Kira started killing again.
What?
It looks like Kira was only resting, but now he started punishing criminals again.
Is that true, Matsuda? Then that means my son. I shouldn't be happy that people have been killed, but at least Light's name will finally be cleared. Wait, knowing Ryuzaki, this won't be enough to clear him.
Well, he's in the gray.
Did you hear what he just said, Chief?
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than being completely guilty. Thank God.
I'm sure as grays go, he's a shade closer to being cleared. Let's tell Light.
Matsuda! I mean, please don't, Mr. Matsuda.
Matsuda?
We shouldn't tell him about this.
But why not?
Hello, Light.
What is it, Ryuzaki?
You've been in here just over 2 weeks and not a single new criminal has been punished. Now, why make this harder than it has to be? Are you ready to confess?
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm telling you, you're wrong. I understand why you feel that way, but even if the evidence does point to me, I swear to you, this is a setup.
I am not Kira!
Zoom in on me if you want. Go ahead, look at my eyes. You tell me, do these look like the eyes of someone who is lying?
Amane, are you ready to tell me who Kira is or not?
Huh? That again? I wish I knew, but I don't. Because if I did, I'd thank him for punishing the burglar who killed my parents. To me, Kira is a hero.
I don't understand what's going on here.
That's crazy. Wait, Dad! If I die here, then the truth will never be revealed. Do you trust Elle more than your own son? Dad!